everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a bit of a girl talk. I feel like I've literally never done one of these on my channel, which I think is crazy, the fact I've not done a girl talk on my channel. That is like outrageous. So when I realised having a girl talk, of course I had to do one, so here we are. Grab your cup of teas, grab your hot drinks. I've got my hands like this because this cup is scalding hot. Far too hot to touch, but I want to hold it because it's nice and warm and toasty and like cozy. I wanted to make today's video very cozy and welcoming, so that's why we're sat in my bedroom on my bed with a cup of tea and we're just feeling super girly right now. So a little rundown of the topics in this video. We have periods, we have boyfriends, we have friendships, we have a parcel that's about to be delivered to my house that I'm desperate for, so this is exciting. It is for me. Yeah, we have boyfriends, we have periods, we have friendships, we have so much more. The knock door, that's the postman, I want my stepdad to get that, I'm being lazy, it's my parcel. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to read through the topics. We have periods, we have the pill, we have friendships, we have self-sabotage, we have relationships and boyfriends, we have school problems, and then we also have skincare and stuff. But we also have just some normal questions as well, like my go-to perfume and stuff like that, some girly little bits and bobs. So we have a bit of everything, a bit of the deep talk and a bit of some light uplifting talk as well. Have got questions on my iPad. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm such a cup of tea girly, it's a joke, like I drink too many of these. Okay, so the first question was, how old was you when you started your period? So I was 11, I was in year 7, like I think it was like October of that, starting year 7, so it was a big change. I literally went from primary to high school, starting my period all within like 2 months. But I was lucky that I didn't start in school, I did start at home. But 11's quite a common age, like people say it's quite young, but a lot of my friends started around that age. But then I also have some friends that didn't even start their period till they were like 17, so each to their own, like everyone is completely individual when it comes to that. I was 11 years old and the majority of people I know were roughly like between 11 and 14, but I do have friends that were a lot older. So if you've not got your period yet and you're like 12, do not panic, like it's completely normal. Like I was probably a little bit early, but yeah, I was 11 years old when I started. Sorry if the camera angle changes, I do say this in a lot of videos, but my tripod and ring light is really dodgy and it keeps like my camera's too heavy for it, so I need to sort that out. Anyway, next one was, are you on the pill and what is your experience with it? So I am on the pill. I'm on the mini pill, which is the I can never say that word, progesterone only pill. I don't know if I'm saying that word right. I was on the combined pill when I first started, which was in 2021. I went on the combined pill, but I was on that for like a year, and that's the one where you have a gap of 7 days. So like you take it for like 28 days and then you don't take it for 7 days, you have a period within that time. I was on that and it was actually kind of going alright, to be fair. Like my periods were on track. I'd have like 3-day periods in that time, so it was really good for me because the reason I went on the pill in the first place was actually my periods. Obviously like it is for contraception and stuff, but at the time it was mainly for my periods. I was one that suffered, we're going to get onto this like a bit later on, but my periods were awful. I'd have days off school, and like I'd have a week off school because of my period, which sounds so dramatic, but I'd be in so much pain and it was awful. Like the flow was too heavy, the pains were just ridiculous, I'd be being sick, like it was just awful every time I was on my period. So the combined pill really did a lot for me when it came to that. So I would still get bad pain when I came on, but I'd only be on my period for like 3-4 days, so it was so good because my period used to last like 9-10 days at a time. So for me personally, it did really help my periods. However, it wasn't even a year in, it was probably like June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February. Probably about 8-9 months into it, I started getting these really bad headaches. Now I got headaches and migraines, but never to the extent I was getting them, and they were just constant. They were so bad and they were hurting all the time. I was having days off college, so it's like, so the period stopped but then the headaches started. And I went back to my GP and I was like, I'm getting these really bad headaches and migraines. Then they referred me to have like eye tests, because obviously I do wear glasses and stuff. And like they were all saying like the back of my head is fine. I had these like tests with my eyes that go to the back of my head. They're like, there's nothing there concerning as to why you're getting them, which was obviously a relief that it wasn't anything serious. Went back to the GP and they were like, if all that's been ruled out, then it's got to be the pill that's caused them to be getting so bad. So they took me off the combined pill because you can't be on it if you get migraines. It's like if you're getting migraines, you're on the combined pill, make sure to go to your GP. There's basically like, it can cause other things basically. I don't want to get into it because I'm not a medical doctor, I don't want to scare anyone. So just if you get migraines on them, consistent migraines, because mine were like every other day, then make sure to go back to your GP. So they took me off that, put me on the mini pill. That was working for me, and then it wasn't working for me. And honest to God, when it comes to the pill, the experience, I have quite a bit in it, half a bit. So I was on that. This is such a long-winded little chat for you just to know my pill life. Oh my God, I've got another parcel. Guys, I've got another parcel. God, I'm loving it. Anyway, yes, they put me on the mini pill. That was doing fine, and then my period started lasting a month. I started getting periods because you take the mini pill the whole way through. You never not take it, and it was bad. Like I was getting like 4 week, 5 weeks periods. It wasn't normal. So anyway, long story short, that went on for a few months. I was trying to get my body to regulate. Didn't want to, like, obviously it's changing my body, so I needed to let it regulate. Wasn't regulating. It was just, I was having periods every 2 weeks. It was then lasting like forever. Not fun. Then they put me on 2 of the pills because they said that'll stop my period. So then I was on 2 contraceptive pills, which is like of the same pill, but that was a lot of dosage, which then made my mental health spiral a bit. So then I came off that and went back to 1, and now I'm just on the 1 pill, and to be honest, it's working for me now. It did take my body over a year to adjust to that, 2 years even. And yeah, it's still not great, but I don't have periods anymore. I have 1 random period every 4 or 5 months, which probably also isn't healthy, but I don't think anything when it comes to the hormones that we're putting in our body with the pills, the coil, the implants, I don't think any of it's healthy. But you know, as girls, we gotta do it. So yeah, when it comes to the mini pill, I am on the pill, but my experience hasn't been great. And probably would rather not be on the pill, but I also don't want the other one, so predicaments and stuff. But yeah, to be honest, the pill, that like the way that my body is now with the pill is a lot better to what it was. So obviously my body is starting to regulate to it now, and I am a lot better myself. So I don't really have a positive experience, but I also don't have a really bad experience to share with you guys on that. And we just rambled on that for 6 minutes, so you're welcome. How do you deal with periods? By the way, a lot of the first questions are periods. It's kind of like grouped a bit. When it comes to periods, like I say, I don't really have them much anymore, but I did used to suffer with them really bad when I was younger. Hot water bottles are just a lifesaver. So I used to get the mini ones. So I have the big ones at home, a normal size bottle, then get a mini one for school and for work and any other out of school curriculum thing that you do if you suffer pains. Honestly, this is a lifesaver. I used to get the tiny ones, tuck it in my skirt, put my shirt over, my blazer on, jumper, like bulked myself up a bit when I was on my period because then you couldn't see I had a hot water bowl. Lifesaver. Obviously it only lasts the morning of school, but it's better than nothing. Dose up on your meds. I was actually on this before I was on the pill actually, which was actually quite good. I went to my GP because they don't like putting you on the pill straight away. And they gave me like these 2 tablets, one's for the flow and one's for the pain. They were really good actually. So talk to your GP about that because that is actually something that was quite good for me. But yeah, hot water balls, lifesaver. I think that's kind of the only thing, to be honest, that used to get me through the bad periods. Yeah, there's nothing I could really give you thingy with that because that is all. I used to have baths, which is kind of not good when you're heavy, but if you're not too heavy, then getting in a hot bath because obviously like it's hot and it's heat and it's nice. That used to help me a lot. For me personally, it was just a heat compress having on me all the time was probably the only thing that got me through the periods, I'm not gonna lie. How do you deal with friendship losses and not having many friends? So people might think that I have loads of friends, and to be fair, I do. I have quite a lot of friends, but I don't have really close best friends. Like I have best friends, but when I see people on like TikTok, oh, you've got Casey, Jay and Ava and they're like such close best friends, like I don't have that anymore. I have close like friends that I have been best friends with and have like whatever, and I still obviously I'm really close to them, but when it comes to like proper like full best friend, ride or die, I don't think I have that. It's very much, this might sound a bit thingy, but my boyfriend is very much that, and that might be the reason I don't have that in like in a girlfriend, I don't know. But it is so hard when you lose friends. Like it just happens naturally as well. I think a lot of friendships just do fizzle out, And that is what it is. Like my mum always said to me, you're friends for a reason and friends for a season, and it is so true. And I feel like you find your true friends when big changes happen to you in your life, and then that is when you do see who your friends are. And it is horrible. I feel like friendship losses can be just as bad as breakups. Like I do genuinely think that, because the people you're best friends with, they probably know a lot about you, and like you were close at one time, and it's losing somebody in your life. So it is hard, and I've dealt with quite a few like friendship losses, but the ones that I've gone through have never been arguments, so I can't really like give you advice on when you literally fall out with a friend or a best friend and lose them that way. But for me personally, it's just been a case of natural drifting, and it's just coming to the realisation that that is okay, and you're just two different people. And some of my friends that I thought I'd lost have come back, like, and now we're close again. And I just think sometimes that happens when you're growing up as well, and it's just accepting that it's okay that you're gonna make new friends and lose new friends, but your true friends will always be there, whether they're up front close or whether you don't speak to them for 3 years, but then you come back together and they're literally like solid Eves, like they've never been apart. I have quite a few friends that are like that. I think a lot of my friendships are like people that I don't speak to all the time. Like my Snapchat is just my boyfriend. I don't speak to anyone. Like that is just me though. I just think that is me as a person, and probably that is why I've lost a lot of friends. I just don't keep in contact. But it's just accepting like that it is okay that that's happening, and that there's plenty of other friends out there that you will meet. And especially when you're in high school, like I went through so many friendship groups in high school, so many friendship groups, and I'm still, the friendship group that I have now, they are all lads bar like 3 girls, and then like some of the lads have now got girlfriends that have kind of come into the group, but like the main high school group from year 11 is the group that I'm actually still friends with now. But even some of us are not as close as we used to be, but it doesn't mean that we're not friends. But when I was in high school, a lot of the people I would have classed as best friends and that I was so close with in school, and they were like my friends, they were like the be all and end all, not spoke to them since I left. I have not spoke to them since I left them school gates. Like I feel like in high school, and like just in school in general, you need to like not deep it too much when it comes to friendships, because it genuinely does change when you come out. But obviously, like I've just shown, like my closest friends are still my closest friends from school, so like, you will make friends and you'll probably stay with them. You might have your best 2 girl like mates right now, and they probably will stay your friends, but everyone else around you, you need to just not deep it too much, because it does change. It's just about accepting. I feel like accepting that that is kind of the way it is, and that's how I've personally dealt with the friendship losses. The camera angle's tilted again, hasn't it? And then how to make new friends. This is what I'm actually currently learning myself now. Like I am 18 years of age, and I'm sort of now in the era where I'm making new friends, and it's scary. I'm currently doing some work which is making me need to make new friends all the time. Like I'm going to different places some days in a week, or some days every like 3 weeks on my own, changing friends every single day and having to just make new friends and meet new people. And it is scary as anything, but just finding something there and then to just talk about. Like I would just sit on the table and be like, oh, like, do you know what we're meant to be doing? Like just little random conversation starters. That's usually how it goes. I also kind of look for the people where I am that are like kind of look like them on their own, and they're probably in the same situation, because I feel that obviously helps, because then they're probably thinking the same thing. What is your go-to perfume? My go-to perfume is Ariana Grande Cloud. Chef's Kiss. It's banging. Literally my favourite perfume of all time. I also have Cloud Pink. They're kind of the 2 that I wear the most. I feel like I do reach for the normal Cloud, but I think that's a comfort thing of the fact that that has just been my scent since it came out. I think that's more of a comfort thing. Like that perfume, it's just kind of like, that is my signature scent. But Ariana Grande Cloud Pink as well. And then there's one more perfume that I do like to wear. I have like a perfume for each individual event. My day to day is Ariana Grande Cloud Pink. Oh no, Cloud. Good God. But then Ralph Lauren number 2 is so good. They did discontinue it, which is really sad. There's like while stocks last kind of things with it. So once this bottle's gone, it's probably gone, which is really sad. But that one is also very good. To get out of self-sabotage, honestly, I'm in this myself right now. If you're going through a period of time where you are self-sabotaging all the time, you're stopping yourself from doing things, you're stopping yourself from meeting people, you're stopping yourself just doing what you want to do. Me too, girl, I'm in it with you. genuinely think this is my biggest thing right now, and it's something I'm really trying myself to get out of. And I think the only way I'm actually doing it is pushing myself out of my comfort zone, because it's stopping the self-sabotage, because I'm having to do it. Like, there is no answer being no, like I have to do it for myself. And I think that's the only way I'm sort of pushing through the self-sabotage phase, is just by doing it. I think at the minute I went through a lot of change at the end of last year, which I've still yet to do a Q&A on, which I said I would, but to be honest I feel like the ship sailed. But I went through a lot of change at the end of last year. I left uni, I lost some people, like it was just a bad end of the year, to be honest. And that's kind of where the self-sabotage started, because I lost so much in terms of the fear of commitment is so big at the minute, and I've never had that. I used to have so many commitments, like uni, dance, work, seeing family. Like, it was just, my week was just blocked out. Everything stopped at the end of last year. I left the dance school that I've been with since I was literally this big. I've left uni. I don't really have a job. Like, it just all just stopped, and I was just like, oh my god, what's going on? So I think the commitment, trust vibe just went out the window, and now I'm petrified of it, which is why the self-sabotage is really coming in. So trying to push through it is hard, so I'm completely there with you if you're feeling that way, and do feel free to drop me a DM on Instagram and we can have a little chat, because me too. But I just think by doing it, like, I feel like that's the only way you can get through it. Like I say, it might not be giving the best advice, but I'm also needing the advice myself right now. I also found that something that's kind of helping me is to do what's called a to-do list, because you basically, it's a to-do list, but it's like a weeks-long one. So then each day you just do one thing off it, or you might do 3 things off it, and you just cross it off. It's like, ta-da, this is what I've done today, be proud of yourself, because that is helping me to be proud of myself and realise that I'm not being lazy and I'm not being the way that I think I am. And that's helping a little bit when it comes to self-sabotage, because it's giving me more of a purpose, if you know what I mean. Do you ever struggle with feeling left out? All the time. My FOMO is so big, like the fear of missing out. Why do people not talk about it? Because it is such a big thing. I've been gabbing for that long that my cup of tea has gone cold. The fear of missing out is such a big thing, but I feel like, again, like before with the friendship, it's accepting, because I absolutely hate clubbing. Hate it with a passion. It's not for me. I'm not a party girl, like, and it's just coming to terms with that, because I'm at an age, I'm 18 years old, all of my friends just want to go clubbing, they want to go partying, they go to the pub. Like, that is kind of what my friends enjoy doing, which is typically what 18-year-olds enjoy doing. And sometimes I just think, like, I am such a grandma. Like, I just want to be at home in my pyjamas with a cup of tea, watching the TV. Like, that is my ideal night. Run me a bubble bath, let me put on some YouTube, like, done. That is my ideal night, right? And obviously all my friends want to go out, so sometimes I have to really just accept the fact that I'm not like that, and like the reason I'm missing out is because I don't want to do that, and that is okay. Like, sometimes they go bowling and I'll be there because I enjoy doing that, but it's just accepting that not everything your friends do is for you, and you don't have to do everything as well. But yeah, when it comes to like feeling left out, I think again it is just accepting that you enjoy something else, and that's fine, because you can enjoy yourself time, but just making sure that you still go out with your friends, because otherwise, you know, that's when the loss of friendships come. But when it comes to like not being invited and stuff, left out in that way, that's obviously a completely different thing. And I feel like when it comes to that, you need to like speak to your friends if they're leaving you out, because they're clearly not your friends. If they don't want you there, then they're not your friends, end of. Like, your friends would want you there, or would tell you something's going on. Your true friends would make sure that happens as well, especially within a group scenario. Like, somebody would have your back if that was the way it was. So if you're being left out, literally you're feeling left out because you're being left out, I think like reassessing who your friends are and speaking to your friends and asking the questions. And if it turns into an argument, then people are not your friends, because they've not got your back, they're not looking out for you. And that's okay, because like I said, I went through 20,000 friendship groups, and I'm probably still going through 20,000 friendship groups. That's just the way it kind of goes sometimes, and that is completely okay. I also think as well, it's like when I think I'm missing out when they're all clubbing, I just think if I was there, I would be unhappy and I'd be worried and I'd be panicky, and I'd probably cause a panic attack. So why would I be going? Like, I have to, that's the way I kind of get over the FOMO and stuff, because I think of how I would actually feel in the situation if I did go. How do you keep a healthy relationship? I know you and your boyfriend have been together for a while. We have. We've been together for 4 and a bit years now, which is crazy. 5 years this year. We got together when we were 14. My boyfriend have been together for so long now, and keeping a healthy relationship is something we do kind of pride ourselves off. We've always been such a healthy relationship. We've never really had a bad patch, like in terms of not being healthy, if you know what I mean. We've never ever been like toxic at all, which is just something that's really good for us, and obviously I'm really proud of the fact that that's a thing. But keeping a healthy relationship is about the couple you're in, it's about the person you're with. If you know that you're a healthy person in terms of a relationship and I say you're not jealous, every single couple has a bit of jealousy in them, like everybody does. If you have a boyfriend and they're going out with like a group and it's up with other girls and you're not going, you're going to have a little bit of jealousy, and that is normal. But it's how you react to it and it's how you respond to that feeling that obviously makes it healthy or toxic. If you're like, you're not going out because of that, that's kind of the toxic side. But if you can manage the jealousy, it's communication, I think, with a healthy relationship. Like, me and Charlie have so many chats. Like, if I'm ever feeling anything, we'll literally sit down and have a heart-to-heart chat, and it always helps. And same with him, like vice versa. And we do that quite often because it's just means that we're getting everything off our chest and each other can balance how each other feels. So like, sometimes he might be out but he'll make sure to message me so I'm reassured, or vice versa, or I might be with new people that he's never met and it's like, oh. So like, we just communicating is like the biggest thing with a healthy relationship. Communication is key, I will say that right now. But also like having time apart and allowing each other to breathe is such a big thing. Like, if you're in each other's pockets, it's not going to work, because you're going to be too involved in each other's lives that you're going to take each other for granted a little bit. If you give each other time to breathe, it gives people time to miss you as well. And I'm not saying don't see each other for 2 weeks. I'm literally saying like, it could be 2 days that you don't see each other, but them 2 days are important. And like, just having time where you have evenings on your own, or like Charlie might go out with his mates, and we're in the same friendship group by the way as well, but he might go out with some of the group, or like just the lads, and obviously I'll leave him to it, and that's fine. He can have his lads night out. I have my girls' nights. Like, having a healthy balance and just allowing the other person to live their life as well is such a big thing in a healthy relationship. The next question is, did you ever suffer with bad skin or acne, and how did you keep your skin looking healthy? What products do you use? So I've been, touch wood, so fortunate that my skin has never been bad with like acne or anything. I have naturally dry skin and really sensitive skin, so I can't use like Nivea or Simple and like brands like that. I can't use, my skin will break out in a big rash. Doesn't like it. Nivea being the big one, like my skin does not like it. There's like bad skin in that way. I have really sensitive skin, which is not fun. But in terms of like spots and acne and stuff, I've never really struggled. My skin has always been relatively smooth looking, which I know I'm really fortunate for, so super grateful that that is the case. I have just moved the camera, by the way. So yeah, never really suffered with that, so I've not got any tips when it comes to that area with like clearing your skin, because I've never had to. Currently my skincare, I'm going to do a skincare routine because I've had a few questions on this on my TikTok as well. But skincare at the minute, I've been using Tropic Skincare, which I've used for years. Honestly, so good for my cleanser. My serums are from Tropic as well. They're just such a good brand. They're completely natural and organic. They're not sold in shops because they don't have any preservatives in them. That is how good they are. My moisturiser is a Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream, which some people have been a bit hit and miss with. Some people, it really doesn't work on their face or on their skin at all. And that is each their own. But for me, it's actually helped me and actually worked and moisturises my skin really nicely. So I use that, and that's kind of all I do. I don't really have a massive skincare routine, but I have these which are good for under the eye. I do little eye masks now and again. I haven't done one of these in so long, which is why I have the biggest bags under my eyes, but these are really good. And then I always put lip balm on as well because it helps to nourish my lips. But they're kind of the products I'm using at the minute. To be fair, I've been wearing makeup every day, which is really bad because I am starting to break out on my chin, which is obviously from the makeup. But yeah, they're the products I use. Yeah, that is actually it for the video. I really hope you did enjoy. I actually really enjoyed sitting down and just ranting. I feel like the girl talk did turn into a bit of a rant in a few areas, which I'm so sorry for, but I feel like it just came natural, which was really nice. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did enjoy, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. It really helped me out, and it's literally free to you guys to subscribe. It means you can see more of my videos that are up and coming, and yeah, completely free, helps a girl out, you know what I mean? Follow my Instagram, my TikTok, I will link them down below. Yeah, if you want more videos like this, then please do let me know, and I shall see you guys soon for a new video. Bye!